Wait, did I time out Derek? Hold on. Wait. What? Why did it say Astra time Derek out for 600? I didn't do that. What? I didn't time. What? Did I hit a button? Did I accidentally time out Derek? You punished Derek. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do that. Why did it? Why did it do that, chat? What? I didn't mean. I'm sorry, Derek. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, Derek. Why did it fucking do that? You banned Derek for saying hello? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. What? Why did it do that? Can I like untime out? Untime out. Uh, uh. How do you spell it? Okay, does that work? Does that work? Okay, I think we're good, Derek. I think you're untimed out. I don't know why that happened. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. I did not scuffed a little bit. See, what would be really funny is if I timed you out again. No, that would be funny. Why did it, I must have just accidentally hit the timeout button. Oh, dude, it's right next to the ban button. I could have accidentally banned you. That's crazy. I'm sorry, Derek. I didn't mean to do that. All right, all right. I gotta go put on an outfit. Hello, chat. God damn it. God damn it. Dude, I hate phones. I seriously wish that we could go and live in a world without phones, man. You know how much, like, I hate getting called on my phone? It has got to be the most annoying thing of all time. I hate it. Ah, oh, chat, it's blurred. How did that even happen? Even more scuff. It's still kind of blurry. I might have to fix it again. Oh, my hair, chat. It's not my day today. I'll tell you what, this is not my day. I don't know if I can get my hair to cooperate with me, chat. You know what? No hair tie. No hair tie. No hair tie. What happened? I blame it on Bertha. I'm having a great stream myself. Well, I'm just like annoyed because like I went outside a little bit. First of all, like it sucks having to work on the bike right now just because like anytime you walk outside, you're immediately sweating. It's like genuinely like you walked outside for a half a second, now you're covered in sweat, and it's just annoying. And I figured this out, chat. So I've been kind of fighting my rivets on my. I've been talking about this right for the last couple streams. I bought the new chain, right? I had a chain. I bought a chain. Turns out it was not the correct chain, so that sucked. Then I had to buy another chain. The chain got here. I installed it, almost, and I peened over the rivets because it's not. There are two types of chains. There's the easy kind and there's the hard kind, and I had to buy the hard kind. And so now I have to peen over the rivets on the chain. But the tool I have to do it, like I had this tool. I bought it like forever ago to do this, right? But the problem is the tool that's used to like peen the rivets is like not working. It doesn't work right. Like I can crank it down as much as I want. Like I can really crank the motherfucker, and the rivets are not painting over any more than they already have. And there is a specification. They need to be in spec in order to be safe. And they're not. I cannot get them into spec. They are just, the tool is incapable of doing that. So basically, I need to buy another fucking riveting tool. And that's gonna be like, and I could buy like a cheaper one for like $40. I could spend like $36 for a cheapo one that might also not work. Or I could buy the one that they actually recommend on, like, the chain manufacturer recommends, and it's $113. Basically, the chain manufacturer recommends a specific tool to do this, and it's $113, and I don't want to spend $113. It's rivets. So you know when you're installing a new chain, you have to peen over the rivets on the chain? That's what I'm doing. And it's like, you need to measure it to be within spec of the other side. There's a specification, and they need to be in that specification, but the tool I bought does not fucking work. More cost overruns? Who's in charge of this project, right? So it's like, no, I have to spend more money, and I'm not even, like, I'm just, like, mad at it, so, like, I don't even want to spend the money right now. I just want to, like, not fucking think about it. I hate it, man. Sometimes this project is so annoying. Taxpayer wants answers. I just like I don't even understand why. It's so annoying. Guess the laptop isn't coming for a while. No. Shoulders, you should have a Mountain Dew me on your shorts. I should have found those shirts. I don't know where they went. Fuck, dude. I'm like, you know, it's one of those days, chat. It's just one of those days. And Astra's angelic face does not fit her personality. Damn, that's fucked up. Listen, chat, I'm just a little upsetty spaghetti that my tool doesn't work. Or that I have to spend, like, another fucking... I don't even know. Like, I could buy a $40 one and hope that it does the job correctly. Or I could spend fucking... oodles more money on some other fucking piece of shit. You're a tool. This is horrible weather to work on anything outside. I know, it sucks. Cause like it's so sweaty. Like it's, you either have to, I have to commit to taking a shower after I'm done working, or I have to just not go out there. Cause it's like legit, it's so hot. It's like walking out and it's soupy. You know, it's soupy outside, you just don't want to go outside. But your tool hasn't worked in years. I was upset for being timed out without cause. I don't even know why that happened. Like, I looked over and it's like, Astra timed out Derek. And I'm like, what? I didn't time out Derek? What? No! No! Oh, fuck, dude. I wish you had a garage with AC. I do too. That would be really nice. Or just, like, any sort of garage would be nice. Because even if I just had, like, a normal garage, I would just work on the bike at night, like, where it's cool. Like, the thing is, I don't want to work on my bike at night, because my garage is my lanai, so it's screened in. And so if I turn on my porch light and go work on my motorcycle at night, everybody can look at it and see me, and I don't want that. I don't want my neighbors to be able to just see me, like, working on my motorcycle. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want people looking like, ooh, what's this person doing? I'm not about that. If I had a garage where I could just turn on the lights and work throughout the night, that would be perfect. But I can't. Because everybody's going to know, oh, why is the neighbor working on their motorcycle at 2 a.m.? And it's just like, because I want to, bitch. Because I want to. Bring the motorcycle inside. If you're hot, it's hot. Who will be banned next? You timed out Derek? I didn't mean to. It was just like an accident. That's the reason why I have stopped kitchen workshop. Oh, I have a kitchen/workshop. Yeah, man, I don't know. It just sucks. It sucks. Get shades? How would shades help? Oh, for the screened in part? No, you couldn't. Not for the way that's set up. Bring the bike inside the house. I cannot bring the bike inside the house. I'm physically incapable of doing that. You probably didn't care unless you make a lot of noise and then wake them up. It's not even about them caring. I just don't want them to look in on me and see me doing shit. Especially, like, and if I am, like, out there, like, that is the 100% the kind of thing that I would get a talking to about. Like, if I was out there working at 2 a.m., my neighbors would probably complain, and then I would get a talking to from my, like, park manager being like, why are you working on your bike at 2 in the morning? You shouldn't be doing that. Don't do that anymore. And I'd have to be like, okay. It's like, listen, man, I have a bunch of old people that I live around. They'll spite me just because I'm young. Get Dob or BV to help out one time when they come up. What are they can't, they're not gonna do anything different. It's nothing that they would do differently to help this. It's not like they would solve this issue. You young people, whippersnappers. They check your undies for skid marks every day too? Yeah, like, fuck. No, honestly, a lot of my neighbors are pretty chill. Like, I haven't had any problems with my neighbors. They've been pretty chill. I just know, though, that, like, that's the kind of thing that would get me in trouble with my park manager if I was, like, up all night fucking working on my motorcycle. I just don't want to do it. And I just don't want to be put on display. You know when you're at, like... You know when there's a light in like darkness, it's just everybody can see it. Everybody can see in, everybody can see you doing whatever you're doing. I don't like that. I don't want to be put on display working on my motorcycle where all my neighbors can just go, what is this guy doing? I don't want to, no, none of that, man. None of that, please. Old people are just jealous they aren't as young and cute as you. They complained about driving too fast, and they did! They did! I was driving, like, at a normal speed in my fucking park, and then I got a fucking talking to by, like, you're driving way too fast! And it's like, I was going, like, fucking, like, 20 miles an hour. Work on my bike at 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. is the coolest temp time. That's what I want. That is what I want to work on my bike. That is ideal working on bike time for me. But I can't because it's fucking... I'd have to be, like, on display for all of my neighbors to see. And I'm not doing that. Doesn't want to be seen. Streams daily. That's different. Put on a display. I feel like that's what I do when I do strongman competition. But if you're on a strongman competition, you're signing up for that. If you're going to a concert and you're performing at a concert, you're signing up for that. Listen, man. Sometimes when you're working on a motorcycle, you're at your lowest. You know what I mean? I don't want people looking at it and seeing me like that. I don't want to do that. Hello, baggy boy. I don't want to do that shit. I don't know. Maybe I just have like chronic social anxiety, and I'm always just like, every time like somebody walks in front of my house and I'm outside, I immediately run inside. Like, who's that? That is true. All of your old neighbors are awake from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. guaranteed. I don't know, chat. I don't know. I'm pissed. I'm pissed about it. I'm pissed that my fucking stupid ass riveting tool doesn't work. I'm upset about it. I wish it worked. I wish it didn't suck. We're gonna be hiding your entire life. Damn. Damn, dude. That's rough. It's just like me, I'm just like, because if an old person told me I'm driving too fast, just because you drive slow doesn't mean I want to drive slow. Yeah, but you can't, you kind of have to listen when it's like the guy who can kick you out. What's the name of the riveting tool? Just curious. So here's the thing. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Here, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys exactly what I got and what I need here. I will show you guys. So, this is the tool that I bought, right? I bought this in March, so it's been a couple months since I bought it. But this is the tool that I bought, right? It looks pretty good. Looks pretty decent. It's not crazy expensive. It's got not great reviews, but it's not got terrible reviews either. And to be fair, it did the job taking out the rivets. Like, in terms of breaking the chain, it does that just fine, right? The problem is the riveting tool that comes with it. See this rivet tip? It doesn't work very well. And this is the tool that, like, this is like the fancy version of that. Like, this is the really good, like, fancy, like, this will do everything you need it to, like, chain rivet. But $130 fucking dollars. This is $20. This is $130. Like, what? No. And then it's like this right here, chat. This is the tool that DID on the back of the box says that you should use. This is what the actual chain calls for, is this tool right here. $113 fucking dollars. I don't want to spend 3 fucking digits on a fucking tool that I'm gonna use once and then maybe like once every other year. Like, I don't want to spend $113 on a tool I'm gonna use once every other. That just, ugh. Or I could buy like another $20 one and just hope it works, or because it might work, or it might also just not work again. I might spend $20, $30, $40 on another tool, and it might just also fucking not work. Chat, I hate it. I hate this shit sometimes, man. Because it looks exactly the same as the one I already have. There's like no way this is gonna be any different. I mean, the riveting head on this one does look a little bit better, I will say. It looks a little bit better, so maybe this one would work. Maybe I'll go with this one. Maybe I will. And this is just the same thing as this, except this one's more expensive. So I could probably just go with this one instead of this one because it's like $10 more expensive, even though it's got not nearly as many reviews. It looks pretty cheesy. I don't know, chat. I don't know. Buy it, use it, return it? I don't think you can do that. Just seduce one of your neighbors and borrow their tool? My neighbors don't have that tool. Did you not get what you pay for in terms of quality? I didn't get what I paid for in terms of the tool functioning. I bought the tool to do a job, and the tool cannot do the job, and it's pissing me off. Link him the tool? Hold on. I want to link me the D&D tool. It's DID. Real quick. I'll send you the link, Taco. It's the KM500R riveting tool. That is specifically the tool that it calls for on the back of the box of the chain. So that's that. If I want to do things totally properly, I need to spend $113 on this tool, and a coworker gave me a free set of Bitwell bars for my other motorcycle. Fucking damn lucky. What's up, fellow patriots? Yeah, I would never ask a neighbor for a tool. I wouldn't. You're right. You're absolutely right. I wouldn't. It's giving you a CV card tomorrow. That's nice. Can you send the other pricey one, please? Yeah, I can send the other pricey one. I've seen this is the one's the Motion Pro or whatever chain breaker. I've heard that's a really good brand before. Oh, this gird broke. There we go. On the plus side, you look cute tonight. Oh, thank you. Thank you. He asked, I need a fancy chain breaker? He said, nah. He asked, did I know anybody who needed it? I said, nah. Are you serious? He did. He literally had a guy ask if you needed a fancy chain breaker. I'm serious? Motherfucker. 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 I don't know. I like, there's a couple things I can try. Like, I guess I can just try and crank on that fucking rivet a little bit more. Like, maybe I could put some grease on the threads of the tool and maybe it will do the job. But realistically, it's I'm a belt drive guy. Oh, for your motorcycle? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't like belt drives as much. I'd rather have a chain than a belt. It's like a chain's more maintenance, but I'd rather have a fucking metal chain than a rubber belt that can just snap. I was hoping Amazon privileges would come in handy. No. It's not gonna be cheap no matter what. It's I'm gonna either spend $130 or $113 to get the correct right tool. And I just don't even, I don't know. It's like, I just don't even fucking want to deal with it. It's so fucking, it pisses me off so much. It pisses me off so fucking much. Like, the DID tool is great. Like, it probably would work perfectly, and I'd probably have it for the rest of my life. But, like, do I really want to spend $113 on a tool that I will probably use? How many chains am I gonna replace in my lifetime, chat? To the point where I need to spend $113 on a fucking tool for it. There's an impact on the tool. That's what I did with those bigger chain pin tools. You wouldn't want to do that because it's a specification. Like, it needs to be within 0.227. It needs to be from 0.217 inch to 0.225 inch. 0.2217 to 0.225 inch. That's what the specification for the rivet is, and my rivet is currently at 0.210. Right? So I need to move it literally 7/1000ths of an inch. That's how much flare out I need. More. I need like 7/1000ths of an inch more of flare on my fucking rivet. And my tool just can't, it won't do it. It just won't do it. Maybe you can get a used tool? No, I don't want a used tool. I mean, maybe if I could find one that was a decent price, but it's not, there's no way it's gonna be a decent price. So you can buy it new or new or new or new or new used like new for the same price. Yeah, no, there's not. The 113 is the cheapest it comes. Tool doesn't work, sounds like a personal problem. Damn, dude. That's fucked up. Wish PepsiCo was sponsoring Astra, I wish. Astra, can I ask someone as a UK living in, like, the top of the other people, which I hate, by the way, are you in, like, acres of land for your neighbors? I'm not acres of land for my neighbors. But I'm also not, like, right next to them. Like, it's nice because we don't share a wall, so I don't have to worry about being, like, so loud. But, like, obviously, I can't be, like, super, super loud because it's, like, if I screamed, someone in, like, my neighbors could probably hear it. But, like, generally speaking, it's not like an apartment where you're, like, sharing a wall. Like, when you're in an apartment, you hear everything your neighbors are doing, and it's really annoying. And I'm not a big fan of that. But it's, like, it depends on where you live. Some houses do have, like, a lot of distance between other houses, but, like, from here, there's probably, like, 10 feet between the side of my house, and that's probably more like 15 feet. It's probably, like, 15 feet from the side of my house and the side of my neighbor's house. Shop owner isn't using it all the time. Borrow it? I'm not gonna go and ask a fucking shop if I can borrow their tool. They will say no. If I was a fucking guy working in a shop and some fucking dickweed was like, hey, can I borrow your riveting tool? I'd say, fuck off. Go buy your own $113 fucking tool. That's what I would say. Ashley can goon as loud as she wants. Pridestra, Egostra, Dickstra. Bro, Walmart and eBay literally sell the same tool for like $40, $40 to $50. Is it really? Hold on, let me look on eBay. I don't know where you're finding this thing on Amazon or eBay for like $30, because it's definitely not $30. It's definitely not $30. I'll tell you that. It is 100% not $30. In fact, here's one for $250. What about the Motion Pro? Nope. Same price. Here's one. Here's a used one for $60, but I don't really want to spend $60 on a used tool. You got pretty privilege out in Astra, now use it. Not the same, but it's the same build quality, and it does the same quality. Wait, what? Let them know you did all the work on your bike, and they love enthusiasts. Honestly, my experience, if you're a mechanic and somebody comes in and says, hey, I worked on my own bike, check it out, the first reaction is, oh fuck, what did you do wrong to it? It's like, I feel like, generally speaking, mechanics don't like home enthusiasts as much, at least not here. Actually, your own worst enemy? What are you talking about? How am I my own worst enemy? What am I supposed to do? It's the fucking tool. If you have any active duty friends who can let you onto a base, the Emma usually has a garage shop. You can set up an appointment to do your repairs on your own POV. I don't know anybody who works in the military. Anybody. Your mileage would vary on what kind of tools would be available, though. I'm not borrowing. I'm not going to a mechanic shop and borrowing a tool, chat. I'm not going to do that. It's like, what the fuck did you do? Yeah, I bought a fucking tool, a budget tool, because I have a I'm broke and I have not a lot of money. And so I bought a budget tool to do the job, and it just doesn't work. Because, chat, the chain I initially bought had the rivet type. It had the, not the rivet type, it had the clip type. It would have been, I wouldn't even have this problem if the fucking stupid chain had the fucking rivet. Or the knot. Hold on, chat, hold on. One second. Let me just, hold on. Alright, you can't really see it, but I don't know if you can tell, chat. I don't know if you can tell what's in here. But do you see how there's a clip right here? That in order to install this chain, you just have to push this part through the two links, and then you put the O-rings there, and then you put the little plate on, and then all you have to do is secure it with a little clip. Chat, that's all you have to do. That's all you have to do, except for the fucking chain I bought. The new one that fits, because the chain that came with doesn't fucking fit. So now I have to buy a new chain, and the new chain comes, and it's the rivet style. So instead of having an easy clip that I could just fucking slap on there and be done, I have to buy an extra $130 fucking tool just to do the fucking job within specification. It pisses... Chat, I bought a $70 chain that came with this. The chain was not the correct chain, even though it said it was. So I get here, I fucking put it on my bike, it doesn't fit, I have to go, and then spend $120 on a new chain, and then the chain gets here, I install it 99.9% of the way there, like within some thousandths of an inch, close to being installed, only for it to fucking be like, oh, by the way, actually, you need to spend another $113 just so this rivet can get expanded 0.07 of an inch. Come on, bro. This is... Ugh. I'm fucking... my head hurts, chat. Why can't you use the master link? They're like $5 on Amazon. Why can't you? Because the master link is different. The chain that I bought... Here, I'll show you. The chain that I bought is a rivet style. So the original chain that I got... What is this? This is just another... This is the same tool I bought. I don't know who linked this Walmart one, but this is the same tool. It's gonna have the same problem. Here. With connecting link. This is like, I bought the new chain. It just, I don't know. It's like, I don't think you can buy a chain that has the clip on, or a master link that has the clip on. Maybe you can, but yeah. And this is the same problem though. It's like, this is the same kit. I could spend $27 on this, right? Like, I could buy this and spend $27 on it, and there's no guarantee that it would have any other effect. Like, it wouldn't, like, there's no guarantee it would do anything differently than what I've already tried. Like, I don't want to spend another $27 only to have it not be able to rivet the fucking shit again. I doubt that one will have enough oomph, you know what I mean? So my thing is, I'm gonna either go with probably this one, or I'm gonna go with this one. I'm just gonna either go with the $26 one, or that I'm just gonna say fuck it and buy the expensive one and just buy once, cry once. God damn it. I don't want to spend money on that though. Like, I really don't. I don't have a rivet punch. I don't have a rivet punch. How much does a rivet punch cost? Rivet punch. It's like, I'm thinking about it, dude. Maybe I will just, like, get a fucking... buy a fucking punch. Buy a riveting punch set or some shit like that. This one's $11. I just need it to flare out just, like, a little tiny bit. Maybe I'll do that. That's maybe not the worst idea. I was just about to say that. That might be what I do. That's still like 11 bucks, dude. Why not these? Because these aren't, they would theoretically work, but they aren't DID, and I feel like installing an aftermarket master link on the chain is just a needless failure point. Like, if I'm being honest, I'd rather just do, like, the part of me that wants to be the most safe on the road, because we're talking about a chain here, chat. If I don't do this correctly, the chain could come off and fucking, like, get caught in my spoke and send me flying over the handlebars, okay? Like, it's a bit of a safety concern if this isn't done correctly. So that's why it has to be done correctly. And so if I buy, like, an Amazon aftermarket master link, and it's just, like, because it's not DID, so it's, like, it's not the same brand. I spent, like, I could have bought a cheap chain to begin with. I could have bought, like, half the price of what I spent. I spent a lot of money on this DID specific chain because I knew DID was a good brand. I didn't want to fucking skimp on the chain quality. And it's like, you're only as good as your weakest link. And so I'm gonna, if I put a shitty $7 Amazon Master Link on a $120, like, DID chain, the entire DID chain might as well be a fucking shitty Amazon chain. You know what I mean? Somebody tell me out, I'm gonna say it. Get EV one-wheel skateboard. What would MacGyver do? She doesn't read my comment because she's always helpful. Oh, wait, what? Sometimes buying cheaper stuff ends up being more expensive and you have to end up buying the better quality one. I know. I'm thinking, though, honestly, just for a little tiny bit that I need to rivet it. Like, just the tiniest little bit. Wouldn't worry about getting the bike operational for the foreseeable future. Reindeers, that's my only vehicle. What do you mean I wouldn't worry about getting the bike operational for the foreseeable future? What, give up? You want me to give up? You want me to just say fuck it and give up? Oh, you know, I don't have another vehicle that I can drive, like, safely around, but, you know, it's fine. What? What? What are you talking about? This one's DID. This one is DID. But it's not... It's just a master link. And it's the same style. This is a rivet style. It's not, first of all, yes, this is a DID link. But it's not for the same chain. My chain is the VO, not the ZV, right? This isn't for the same chain as mine, so it's not correct, first of all. And second of all, it's the rivet type. It's not the fucking pin type. So I'd still have to fucking rivet it. I would still have to rivet this son of a bitch. Oh my god, dude, I'm so fucking pissed. I'm so pissed. This is actually the correct one. Right here. There's this fucking fly, dude. He only comes out when I stream. I swear to god. He, like, if I'm not streaming, he's not here. But this would be the correct rivet style, I'm pretty sure. And this is the same one that I have. Well, actually, no. No, it's not actually. Fuck, I need the VO. This is VX. So this might not be correct either. It's like $11 for the master link. So it's like, if I do end up fucking up the master link, that's not the biggest issue. But it's gonna be a rivet style connecting link. But chat, like, honestly, like, I have... The only person who can time me out is Trey. Still a rivet style. The rivet tool is just maxed out or won't go any further. I think the rivet tool is just maxed out, like the specific... Oh, hi, Moogie. Hello, Moogie. Like, the specific style of rivet that it like, riveting tool, like, the dimensions of the riveting tool, like, the shape of it, I think it just doesn't flare it out enough. There we go. There you go. Did the chain have to be installed on the bike to rivet it? Yes. Well, VRO gas is about to go through the roof. It doesn't matter if your bike holds like 5 gallons. VRO gas? What is VRO gas? Do you mean just ethanol-free gas? And besides, spending like $4 a gallon on gas for a motorcycle is still less expensive than putting ethanol gas in a car. Zip ties and duct tape. Bro, oh. Reindeers, I live in America. There's no... You can't live in America without having some two-wheeled transportation. You can't... You have to have at least 2 wheels. Mostly, really, a lot of people would say you have to have at least 4 wheels to survive in America. Right? Some would say that 2 wheels isn't enough to live properly in America in 2026, right? But I only have a motorcycle. Alright, and I can't not go places, so it's like, I can't just give, oh, you know, gas prices are expensive. I might as well just not be able to do anything. Unless you're in the handful of major very dense cities, and I do not live in one of those very dense cities. Maybe a pain to punch it unless your jersey can hold a bracket and place your hammer it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how else I'm gonna do it though. I mean, it just like, I'm thinking I would rather try that. What I'm gonna try 2 things. I'm gonna try using the rivet tool again, but I'm gonna put like grease on the threads of the rivet tool so that hopefully it maybe gives me a little bit more oomph that I can spread the rivet out with or something like that, maybe. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to buy like the rivet punch set. And I think I'm just gonna buy that, and hopefully it does the trick. Because it's just like... I mean, there is a part of me which is like, I will probably put at least one other DID chain on a motorcycle at some point. So it's not even necessarily that it's not worth buying the tool, the correct tool. It would honestly probably be worth it in the long run for me just to buy the correct tool that I know I need. But, like, man, I just don't fucking want to spend $130 on this shit right now. I'm already broke, chat. I don't have a spare $130 to spend on this shit. So I think what I'm gonna do, chat, because I'm so broke and I don't want to spend that much money, I think I'm gonna buy, I'm gonna try one more time with the tool. And if it doesn't work, then I'm just gonna have to buy, like, a punch set and do it manually. Because it literally is, like... 1/100th of an inch difference. That's how much it needs to move. I needs to move like 1/100th of a fucking inch. It's like, am I gonna spend $113 for a 100th of an inch? Jeez. Rent tools from AutoZone? I don't think they rent that tool from AutoZone. They might. Access to a map torch? Nope. I don't have access to that. Well, I really hope all these people talking mad shit about strategic reserves right now in like 2 months are only fear-mongering. Reindeers, please don't talk about geopolitics. I don't want to get into geopolitics right now, man. Is there a way to put a chunk of scrap behind the head to get a more throw on the tool? No. And it's the geometry of the riveting tool that's the problem, I'm pretty sure. So maybe if I could put like... Maybe if I put like a ball bearing in the tool, or like in the rivet, that would maybe help. But I don't have a small ball bearing like that. And it's like... Where the fuck am I supposed to get a ball bearing like that? I mean, maybe I could steal one from... Maybe I could do that, chat. Maybe that's what I do. Maybe I steal it from my old wheel bearing that I fucked up. Geometry, Astra isn't strong enough. Is there a way to put it? Yeah. Oh, Moogie. Oh, Moogie. Sure needs a man. I need something, dude. I need a beer is what I need, chat. I need a goddamn beer. Beer. And I don't know what I have to eat again tonight, chat. I hate eating. Eating's such a pain in the ass, dude. What am I gonna make? What am I gonna eat tonight? I ate my pizza last night. Now I don't have any more frozen pizza. Fuck. Where? Had pizza 4 days in a row now. I've had a lot of pizza. Grab a brewskis and grill some steaks. Grilling steaks in this economy? You have to eat to survive. Throw Moogie on the barb. No, I would never do that to Moogie. Moogie's too cute and adorable to do that. She's too much of a stinker. Wonder if the same people saying this would be the same ones to excuse 770. What are you talking about, Randers? Mark a win. GG's, yo. I had my usual $1.50 McChicken from McDonald's for dinner. McChickens are okay. I just don't like McChickens, if I'm being honest with you. I'd rather get a double cheeseburger any day of the week. I know some people really like the McChickens. I'm just not as much of them. No more geopolitics bullshit for me. Listen, I'll get into geopolitics. Like, if you want me to talk about geopolitics, I'll get into geopolitics. I just think we should avoid that topic right now. I think that we should avoid that topic. We've been to the beach? No, I haven't been to the beach in a while. Astra thinks you can go a few days without eating. I mean, you technically can. McDoubles are $2.50 at McDonald's. That's true. That's true. But it's like, at that point, if I'm eating McDonald's, I know I'm already spending more money than I should be anyway. So it's like 3 weeks without eating, 3 days without drinking, 3 minutes without air. So you can go 3 weeks without eating, chat. This is what I'm saying. What's the next thing to do after chain install? Well, the next thing to do after I install the chain is, it's mostly done at that point, right? Like, it's, once I install the chain, all I have to do is clean and lube it, and then I have to put on the chain cover, and then I have to put on the suspension again, and that's just, like, literally 2 bolts I put on the left rear shock. And then, once that's done, I have to tension the chain, but that's not too hard. And then I have to torque down the front wheel and torque down the rear wheel. And once that's done, all I have to do, chat, is put oil in it and make sure that the handlebars are secured and properly mounted. And realistically, I just have to, there's a couple things with the handlebars I have to do. I have to install the grips. I have to make sure that the throttle cables are correct and not binding. I have to make sure, and I have to put fluid in the brake master cylinder. I have to put fluid in the brake system in general. And that's basically all I have left. That's all I have left to do, chat. Do you have a torque wrench? I have a beam style torque wrench. It's not perfect, but it's still a torque wrench. I can go a day without eating. I can only go a day without eating, then things get confused and I stop sleeping. There's enough room to put... Is there enough room in the chain to put a small socket? Is there more... to press the rivet more? The problem is, like, I don't think pressing the rivet more is gonna help at all. It's just the geometry of the tool itself is kind of like maxed out. So it's like, it doesn't matter how much harder I push on the tool, I don't think it's going to spread out the rivet anymore. Again, I'll try, I think after the stream I might even go outside for a second and try to put some like grease on the tool. Thank you, Reindeer, for the $8. Get it. Thank you, reindeers. I'll go get myself some McDonald's. Thank you so much. I'll go get myself some McDonald's with that $8. Thank you, reindeers. Do you have a BB gun? You could use a BB gun to flare the rivet, but you are correct. The idea does not make a clip-style master for the VO chain. Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, chat, the Master Link is probably better than, like, the clip style, because you know, I've heard horror stories of the clip coming off, and I know that you're supposed to put the clip on the right way, and it doesn't do that. But it's still, there's never gonna be a reality where the clip style is as secure as a properly riveted chain. And so there is a part of me which is like, you know, I just want this to be done really correctly and really properly. So if I just bit the bullet and bought the stupid tool, I could just have it and be done with it, and it would be correct, and I would know it would be correct, instead of having to try to jerry-rig it to work. But, I don't know, chat. It's like, I don't know what to do. It's a no-brainer, Astra. People, what do you like when people rivet? It's a no-brainer, Astra. Do you like when people rivet you with no grease? Don't answer this, but what? What? I would have thought a certified diesel mechanic tech like you would have a 6,000 snap-on digital torque wrench. Okay, to be fair, James, I do have a snap-on torque wrench. I have some expensive torque wrenches. I have probably $500 worth of torque wrenches. The problem is they are 1,300 miles away in a different state, and I don't have access to them. I have a couple. I have a Precision Instruments torque wrench, and that's my favorite. I do have a snap-on torque wrench. I might have sold it, but I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure I have a snap-on torque wrench. But it's the normal twist-style torque wrench, and those are kind of annoying. I have a Precision Instruments torque wrench, which is really nice, because on a normal torque wrench, you have to set it by, like, twisting the handle to set the torque. But every time you're done using it, you need to relieve all of that pressure. If you don't, then your torque wrench is going to get out of spec, and it's going to ruin your torque wrench. And so you have to stretch the spring, too. So you have to in order to properly use a torque wrench like that, chat, you have to twist it all the way in and set it to its maximum setting, back it all the way back off, and then, like, set it to the actual torque setting you want, and then after you're done using it, you need to return it back to 0. That's how you take care of a torque wrench properly. But there's this company, Precision Instruments, and they make this dial-style torque wrench, where you just flip this little thing, spin the dial to the torque setting you want, flip it back, and leave it, and then you're golden. It doesn't fucking... It's so nice and so convenient, and I love it. It's my favorite torque wrench I've ever had. Discount Tire uses those torque wrenches, and they're fucking great. And I also have, like, a dial torque wrench, like a really, like, expensive precision, like, dial torque wrench used for, like, engine building. But, yeah, that stuff is in Iowa. So right now I'm using, like, the shittiest $20 beam style torque wrench. When the Snap-on truck pulled up, did the sales guy give you a complimentary candy bar too? I didn't buy mine from a truck. I didn't spend nearly any money on a truck. I know a lot of people spend a lot of money on the Snap-on trucks. Mine was like a school deal. I bought a whole toolbox full of tools for like $6 grand for my school. And that's what I'm actually currently selling that toolbox. So if anyone wants to buy a 55-inch Snap-on toolbox, hit me up. Still paying for storage in Iowa? I am. It's been 3 years. I mean, I don't really have a way of getting that down here. Imagine moving to a different state and you didn't get all your stuff. I mean, it's in a storage unit. It's like, what else am I supposed to do? It's like, I can't... It's a toolbox. It's really hard to ship. It's like expensive to ship that shit, dude. Good thing Astra missed Keith's message. What? Oh, fucking get out of here. My brother-in-law works at Firestone and has a Snap-on hookup. You snitch. Wait, I have a couple of really cool torque wrenches, honestly. I want to get those things back. I really do. But I don't know, chat. I don't know what to do about it, because I'm thinking if I can't get this tool to rivet the thing properly, I'm thinking I'm just gonna buy these rivet hammers and just try to do it myself with, like, a hammer. Because at the worst case scenario, chat, if I end up buying this punch rivet set, right, and it doesn't work, then the master link itself is like $11. So if I fuck up the master link, it's like $11. So that's not terrible. And because the punch set itself is $11, I'm only out $20 if this doesn't work. guess technically I'd be at $40 since the riveting tool also doesn't work, but I feel like if I went and I bought this and I found some way of getting like a hammer, like maybe if I put a hammer, like a big ass like hammer on the back side of it to like, and maybe I had my mom hold it steady just so I could hammer this in. That's all I really need, chat, is I just need to rivet this fucking shit. And so if it doesn't need, it's already somewhat peened over, so it just needs to go just a tiny little bit. So maybe that's the play, is I just buy this. Oh my god, there's so much cat here. Maybe that's the play. Because I could buy this tool, chat. I could buy this tool and no, I would have it right. But fucking 3 digits for a 100th of an inch, man. We will be Harley money into this in 2 months. Oh no, we're not nearly at Harley money. We're still, we're still under 3 grand for like the whole build so far. We're not including the price of the motorcycle. So realistically, we're not actually out of like a realistic price range. But one of your relatives couldn't rent a U-Haul and take your stuff to you during a visit. Do you think that my family would do that shit, man? I wish that my family was that cool. I was just I was checking on Astra's anchor level for scientific purposes. Can't move stuff, buys a bike instead of a truck. It would cost, okay, so let me put this in perspective, chat. It would cost the amount of money that I've spent on my motorcycle so far in order for me to get all of my shit down here. It'd be about like maybe not quite as much, but it'd be about like $2,000, $2,500 to get all of my shit from Iowa down here, okay? So that would be expensive. That'd be really expensive. And then I wouldn't have a vehicle, right, chat? The only vehicle I have 2 vehicles right now. I have a Honda Rebel, and I have a CM400. The Honda Rebel has a bad chain and tires with no tread. I don't feel safe driving that Honda Rebel. So I don't drive the Honda Rebel. I drive it as little as I possibly can. But right now, the Honda Rebel is literally my only mode of transportation. Until I get the CM400 done, that is the only option I have. Once I get the CM400 done, then that is gonna be my only mode of transportation. Because at least then it will have new tires, new chain, new fucking everything. I'll be safe. But otherwise, literally, I don't have anything else. If you didn't buy Burning Man tickets. What, Keith Arts, why are you being so... Why do you, like, choose to just, like, bully me? Keith Arts, what is it about... What is it about my stream where you're like, I'm gonna fucking piss off Astra today? Are you still salty about the E30? Are you seriously still salty about it, man? I could have not gone to Burning Man, not bought the fucking bullshit. I still would be in this position. Do you know how much a car costs, chat? The cars are not cheap. They are not fucking cheap, man. When I'm in my grave, I'd bother you about that damn car. I don't understand why you have to be so mean to me, Keith Arts. I don't understand why you have to be so mean to me. I don't understand what I did to you. I don't understand what I did. Your mom, what happened to Jizzy? I've been gone a while. He's still here. He lives an hour away, so it's hard. Can't we talk about how damn cute this girl is? Aw, thank you, Tracy. Living my dream car and you sold it. What do you want from me, Keith Arts? I couldn't afford it. I said I would sell it to you. I tried, but you didn't fucking buy it. 90s Corolla Geo shitbox wouldn't be much more than a motorcycle too. Yeah, but those cars are more expensive than you might think, especially like a 90s Corolla or Geo Metro. Like, the thing about cars nowadays is if you're gonna spend less than $7,000 on a car, you're buying a project car. And if you're gonna buy a project car, finding a project car that's still kind of affordable to own and operate is kind of tricky. You can buy a 90s Toyota Corolla, sure, and maybe you'd get away with that, and maybe it would be alright. But like the issue is you'd buy this Corolla and then it would fucking have a half shaft problem. Oops, this $2,000 Toyota Corolla I just bought, turns out the CV boot is ripped on both axles. Now I have to spend $800 on the axles themselves and just to get it fixed. And it's like I don't want to deal with that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Did I realize that not everyone puts their pants on like at a time? Gaslighting this all along. Sure, you wouldn't look as cool. I don't know, man. There is a couple cars I think I could have gotten. Like, I think if I didn't get the motorcycle, I probably could have bought a Mustang, like the 01 Mustang that I want to get. I think that's probably the best car to get for me. I'll do a spin after Moogie leaves Trace, and I don't want to upset the Moogie. Sometimes I try to help, but I think Astra thinks I'm bullying here. No, Medical, you're not bullying me. You're not the bully here. Keith Arts is the bully. Keith Arts is the true bully. Get a 65 Mustang? A 65 Mustang is not cheap to operate. A 2004 Ford Mustang V6 is not only reliable, it's cheap to operate, it's cheap to fix, it's easy to fix, the parts are available, it's not a pain in the ass to own. A fucking 2004 Mustang is probably the most affordable project car to own and operate in 2026, in my opinion. One of the most, anyway. A Toyota Corolla could be fine too, but again, you have to look at things like that, where it's like, CV axles always go bad. I remember when I used to work as a mechanic, I would see these cars come in, and since I was like the lube tech, my job was basically to do the oil change on the car, but then also look at what other problems the car has, because every single time someone would bring in their car, it was full of problems that really should have been addressed. Like, 90% of the time, the CV axles are ripped. And I've replaced CV axles on a fucking Toyota Camry before, and I never ever want to do it again. It was an awful experience. Only when you're done putting no Moogie. I know, should you keep Moogie? Plenty of decent 2000s and Toyotas and Hondas and Mazdas out there for under 8K with reasonable miles and easy and cheap to work on. I would fucking argue about that. Besides, for 8K, I would agree with you. For 8K, there are probably a pretty good amount of decent cars from that era that are decent for 8K. But that's 8K. You could, if I went back in time and I didn't buy the Burning Man tickets, I didn't buy the motorcycle, and I didn't buy any of that shit, I would still not have 8K, right, chat? I still would not be able to buy an $8,000 car. My point is, if I did do that, if I reversed the hands of time and invested all of the money that I have invested so far into the motorcycle and Burning Man collectively, and then put that money into a car, the only car I would have been able to get is a project car. That's it. So you were the one using the impact on the oil drain plug? I didn't use an impact on an oil drain plug. What the fuck? That's crazy. So adorable when you worked as a mechanic, such a cutie. Mine leak on a RAV4, but also what it was a cash car? What? Like, there are, like, decent cars out there, but it's just, like, you're gonna spend, if you don't want to have a project car, you're gonna end up spending over 7 to 8 grand. That's about where the market's at right now, if I had to guess. But, so it's not really cheap. It's not really cheap to own a car, and it's not in the cards. Can't preach too much. I'm not the best with my money either. I have project vehicles, but I also have a day job. Well, like, I feel like I didn't make... The only bad financial decision that I made is probably Burning Man. I think that's the only one that you could say was, like, the real mistake. Because even if you look at, like, the bike and the amount of money I've spent on the bike, I've only spent, like, probably $2,500 to $3 grand on the motorcycle as of right now. And assuming I don't have to buy another fucking $100 tool to get it running, if I'm all in on that Honda CM400 for $3 grand, that's not terrible. That's a fucking and that's at that point, that's $3 grand for a vehicle that's reliable, fuel efficient, easy to work on for the most part, and for the most part, cheap to work on. At least cheaper than a car. So I think financially, if you want to get on me for making bad financial decisions, I could have taken out a loan and bought a car. And I would say taking out a loan to buy a used car is probably a significantly worse financial decision than just buying a motorcycle for $3 grand that's fully set up and fully restored. Best bang for your buck right now is an F-body Camaro 90s, 2000s. I don't even know about that. I think a 2004 Mustang would be a better bang for buck than that. I don't know. A boot in my work center last year got a 99 Corolla for 2,500. That worst thing that happened was one of the cylinders misfiring, and that was one 200-ish fix. Some stupid indicator light swaps, and they put 20,000 miles on it before they had enough money to buy something they actually wanted. When was that? When was that, reindeers? Like, how long ago did that happen? That's the question. How long ago did that happen? Did that happen 10 years ago? Because let me tell you, finding a decent 99 Corolla in 2026 is not as easy as it once was. Just let me tell you, it's not as easy as it once was. Sold your Lexus and bought an E30 and bikes and a few guns. I did not buy any guns with that money. Okay, first of all, Doge Doodles, you're mistaking. This is some fake news. You're spreading some fake news. I sold that Lexus because I had to get down to Florida. Selling that Lexus was the only thing that paid for the trip down to Florida. I could not have moved to Florida without selling the Lexus. And I did not buy guns with that money. And I also didn't buy the E30 with that money either, to be fair. But I did not buy... I did not buy any guns or any fun things with the funds from the Lexus. I used that money exclusively to move. It'd be hard, might be hard to get a loan as a streamer without a cosigner. It would be really hard, and I wouldn't, even if I could do it, I wouldn't. I think taking on a car loan right now would be incredibly stupid for me. Is a prostitution a non-starter, JK? And I'm sure there's some good Civics and there's some good Corollas out there left in the world. I'm sure they're out there. The problem is they've just been kind of ran through. They've been kind of thrashed. There's a lot of them, and the thing about them is, chat, is that I think a lot of people have a perception of like a 2000 Corolla as being a good not project car. And I need to distinct between like a project car and a non-project car. A non-project car is a car that you put less than like $2,000 into a year. And you're not doing a lot of the work yourself. You're just you get in it, you turn the key, it turns on, and you drive it. That's not a project car. A project car is anything that you're really gonna have to probably put a lot of money into every year. Probably more than $2,000 into it every year. Ish, about, right? Like if you get a car, oh, it needs new coils, oh, it needs a new fuel system, oh, it needs a new fuel pump, oh, it needs a new alternator. These things just add up, and anytime you buy a car that's over 20 years old, that's just the name of the game. You know what I mean? If you're buying a car for under $7,000, expect to have to put some work into it. Expect to have to put some serious fucking coin into it. Because, like, it's any car that's got, like, over 100,000 miles that's over 20 years old is gonna have problems, chat. It's gonna have problems. It's any car. Corollas, fucking Hondas, Fords, whatever brand you buy, it's always gonna have problems like that. And so the reason why I'm like leaning towards the Mustang in the first place is not because I just want a Mustang, is because from the idea of, okay, I know I'm gonna have to work on this. I know I'm gonna have to put money into this. I know I'm gonna have to buy parts and put labor into this car to keep it running reliably, okay? That's baked into the decision here. Right? And at that point, I think a Honda is going to be harder to work on and more of a pain in the ass to work on than a Mustang. And I think that generally speaking, they're just not... I've worked on enough Corollas to know that I don't like working on them. I just know that. I know I don't like working on Corollas. I know I don't like it. I know I don't want it. I don't want it in my life. If I'm gonna spend over fucking $3,000 on a car, I'm gonna buy a car that I don't hate to work on, chat. That's all there is to it. Would be interesting, would probably make a slave for the rest of your life. What? I just sold a shotgun. I did. I've sold a couple guns. I don't know what about money or where it came from. They're just decisions that just led to where you are. Just made 2 cents. Bought my Fox body in 1989 last year with 80,000 miles. Haven't changed shit on it. That's 80,000 miles. And how much did you spend on a Fox and a 1989 Fox body with 80,000 miles? And how many miles have you put on it? 5K? That's not a bad price for that, to be honest with you. But 5K, You just, and how, you've not worked on it a bit, and how many miles have you put on it? I guess it depends on if your state has those inspections or not. Yeah, I don't have inspections in my state, which is nice, but... The only thing is I put gas in it. That's not a bad deal, but how many miles have you put on it, Keith? Like, how much have you actually driven it? And, like, how many miles have you had it? Have you had it for a couple weeks? Have you put a couple hundred miles on it? Or have you put, like, 10,000? Have you put over 10,000 miles on it? I put 400... Okay, Keith Arts, you put 468 miles on it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I bought my 1980 Fox Body and haven't had any issues with it. Yeah, but I only drove it down the street. Talk to me when you put 20,000 miles on it, how much you've had to put into it after 20,000 miles, okay? After 20,000 miles, after you've gotten that shit to 100,000 miles, then tell me how much money you've put into it. Oh, I've driven it 400 miles and I haven't put any work on it. Okay, bro. Okay. Okay, bro. Actually, have you ever taken a Viagra and then watched gay porn? No. I've never had a Viagra. This is a new Mustang, but it doesn't look too much. New Mustangs I don't like as much. Honestly, $5K for an $80,000 Mustang is not a bad deal. I'm not ripping on your decision to buy that Mustang. That's not a bad deal. I'm just saying... I'm just saying that, like, you can't use that as an example of a fucking car that's reliable and not a project car, okay? That's all I'm saying. Boy, 500 miles is nothing. At least Finn got bits, subs, and donuts to get bullied. I know, right? I'm just getting fucking ripped on. I think it's just because Keith doesn't like me, because I sold the car, and now Keith doesn't like me, so Keith just comes in here and tries to make me feel bad. Oh, Astra, you make bad financial decisions. I don't know your finances that well myself, but I'm gonna assume you made a bad financial decision because you sold the car I like, and I'm mad at you, and so now I'm going to complain every day in your stream, and I'm gonna sit here, and I'm gonna bully you until you get sad. I mean, honestly, an $80,000 Mustang for $5 grand, that's not bad. That's probably not bad. But it's probably not the car I would buy, specifically. If I had $5 grand, it's not the car I would buy. If I had that much money, I would buy an '04 Mustang for like $3,500 and then use the rest to just put into the car. I have $2.16 in my bank account. I didn't say that you were doing better financially, Keith. I'm just saying... You can't, all I'm saying, Keith Arts, is you can't use a car you bought 500 miles ago as an example of a reliable car. 500 miles is not enough to know if it's a reliable car you don't have to put money into. Dude, it's a 1989 Fox Body Mustang. I'll have news for you, buddy. It's gonna cost you money to keep that shit on the road. It's gonna be an ongoing battle to keep that thing on the road. Because that's what a project car is, chat. No one's denying. If you're making the argument that a 1989 Fox Body is not a project car, then I don't know what you're talking about. Because that is 100% a project car. And you are gonna have to put some work into that shit, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. An acquaintance just got an FFS and everyone is telling them they look fine but laugh behind their back. Should I tell them and ask for a refund or stay out of it? Oof. That's fucked up. So someone got FFS and then everyone's making fun of them for it. That's rough. I mean, if you really want to be a bro, you just be honest with them and say, hey man, I don't think it looks very good. But they'll probably be mad at you for saying that. And they'll probably be pretty pissed. So maybe just let them... It depends on how much you care about them. If you really care about them, let them know. If I got FFS and it looked like shit, I'd want somebody to tell me. But if you don't really care about them, don't fuck. Just, you know what, let them have it. Just don't even. I don't think that's how that works. Permission to bully you? Permission denied. I've had enough bullying, alright? I've had enough bullying tonight. I've had enough. I need some not bullying. I need some support, chat. Don't put that negative vibes on me. My car is immortal. It's a... Listen, Keith, I'm not even saying you're gonna have to put that much work into it. It's a good car. It's just not, like... It's not like a financially better decision than what I've done, alright? Because, like, listen, that's 5 grand. You just bought the car for 5 grand, and now you don't have anything else to put into it. That is as much as I put into everything. So you, for 5 grand, get a nice Mustang with $80,000 miles on it, which is pretty decent, but it's gonna need more work relatively soon, right? For my $5,000, get to go to Burning Man with my friends, which is fun and a life experience, and those are memories that I'll have for my entire life. It's valuable, chat, it's valuable. And I'll also have a motorcycle that is completely in tip-top shape, that has new tires, new clutch, new fucking everything. Is a brand new, refreshed motorcycle that gets good gas mileage, and that is relatively reliable and safe and easy and everything. I have a decent vehicle at the end of that. And assuming I can get through the mental turmoil of just getting it built in the first place, it will be great. Maybe they'll look better after they heal. Maybe. I think sometimes people just want FFS to do more than what FFS can do, honestly. FFS isn't a miracle thing. The trailer looks clean. Priceless, a fancy word for worthless. I don't know, I wouldn't say that. I think memories, you know, like, last time I went to Burning Man, those memories I have from the last Burning Man, those are valuable. Those are valuable memories, chat. They are worth the price of admission, if you ask me. FFS can literally be a life change for many people. It can be, and it can also not be. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. Not everyone has the same level of results from FFS. You have to understand that. It's a risk. You're gonna spend $20,000 to $15,000 on a surgery, and it might not even work out for you. Like, I had a nose job a long time ago, and now I need another one, because it's fucked up, and my nose is fucked up, and it's hard to breathe out of my nose, and it's like a problem, so now I have to go back and redo it. So it's like, surgeries, chat, they fuck up. I have a kitchen full of delicious food and no appetite. It's the old man blues. Damn. I have a kitchen without any food, but I also have no appetite, so it's not that bad. I might go to McDonald's later tonight, though. I might... And my reindeers did hook me up with that McDonald's money, so thank you, reindeers. I might actually do that. Or maybe I'll just go to Culver's and buy a large cheese curd. Should I just do that instead, chat? Worked out for Finn and Nano, but they might be outliers. I mean, it worked out well for them, but I feel like I would argue that both Nano and Finn looked good before the surgery. I think it depends a lot about how far gone you are. Like, if you're really far, like, if you're super masculine, it's, like, the FFS can only do so much. And FFS is not going to take a really extremely masculine person and make them extremely feminine. So someone like Finster, who was already feminine before surgery, is probably just going to make them look more feminine. But it's kind of like estrogen in a way, where, like, people think that people go on estrogen hoping that it will completely change how they look and be like a miracle drug that will turn them into an anime girl. But that's not what that's not what estrogen does. Estrogen doesn't turn you into an anime girl. It's not gonna do that. It's not gonna do any of that. It's just gonna, it will make you slightly more feminine. So if you're already feminine to begin with, it will make you more feminine, and that might be good, but it's not a miracle. You know what I mean? If you throw a rod, Keith Arts, why are you so, like, what is the word I'm looking for? Why are you so vitriol? Why do you have so much vitriol and hatred towards me? Well, Keith Arts, I don't hate you, Keith Arts. Can we be friends, Keith? Can we just be friends? All right. I don't know why we have to be enemies, Keith. I don't know why you choose me to be ops. I don't want to be your ops, Keith. I don't know why you've established that I need to be bullied. I'm not. She doesn't need a FFS because her face is naturally feminine. I do want FFS though. You seem to be a regular streamer lately. What does that mean? It looked absolutely ridiculous in the Odyssey. I haven't seen. I'm not watching the Odyssey. I don't really care. He hasn't turned Elliot Page into a macho Hulk. No, it doesn't. Hormones will do a lot, chat, but they will not do everything. And they will, I think, they generally speaking, if you're, like, my mentality when I started estrogen was that I didn't want, I had zero hope of it making me more feminine. The only reason why I started to take estrogen was for the mental effects. It's for the mental, like, the way it made me feel mentally, made me feel a lot better. And so, generally speaking, that's why I take estrogen, not for the physical effects. If you're taking estrogen for the physical effects, you're probably gonna be disappointed. I thought you took a break from streaming this year. Maybe I was wrong. No, I don't think so. I mean, I've taken days off, but I haven't taken, like, a solid break from streaming. I did go to Tennessee for, like, a week or two, so I took, like, a week or two off not too long ago, and then I'm gonna have to take another week or two off again, which is gonna suck. So I'm gonna I'm trying to, like, stream every day and trying to stream as much as I can before then. But no, I've been pretty consistent for years, chat. Why you don't need it? Just because I don't like how square my face is. I don't like my jaw. My jaw is way too big. After Elliot Page and Travis Scott, I was about to walk out of the theater, but I'm glad I stayed. Did you like it? Was it a good movie, Trey Racing? Did you think it was, like, decent? Femboy UK and Nana are on breaks. Look at this cat. Look at this sweet, cuddly cat. You know what I might do, chat? I might modify that riveting tool. Maybe that's all I need to do. Maybe I'll just grind it and, like, modify it so that I fucking guarantee it works. Maybe that's what I'll do, chat. It was a good Christopher Nolan Odyssey, but not a good Homer Odyssey. I see. I like Christopher Nolan, but honestly, like, the casting decisions, just, like, if you're gonna make a video, like, I'm a history buff, and so if you're gonna race swap, like, historical figures, you've already written yourself off as, like, a legitimate movie, in my opinion. Like, I think race swapping fucking historical figures is just such a disrespect to history, and such a disrespect to the people who fucking actually were there. And it's just, like, I'm not gonna watch it. It just pisses me off. Like, if you're just gonna take a piss on history like that, it's just like, oh yeah, Abraham Lincoln was an Indian guy. Like, no, he wasn't. He fucking wasn't. He's from Illinois, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Like, I hate that just oh, well, you know, it's not historically accurate, but, you know, inclusion, right? Like, fuck that. It's just it's so fucking stupid. Like, I loved the Christopher Nolan Batman series, but man, I have lost and I loved Oppenheimer too. I thought Oppenheimer was great, but I've lost hope. I've lost hope in the Nolan. Is it not already a fictional story itself? Yeah, but it's a historical fictional story. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the characters in it are not fictional. Like, the Helleness of Troy, I'm pretty sure she's... I mean, I don't know. She's... Either way, it's like, historically, she is not supposed... It's just not historically accurate. Captain Ned Ludd. Wait, I don't want to pin that. Why the fuck did it pin that? God damn it! I don't want to pin that! Why? Unpin this message! I hate this. I hate Twitch, man. I hate Twitch. I hate the fucking Twitch shit. I hate that. I hate that Twitch fucking sucks. God damn it. Chat, today is not my day, man. I'm having a rough time over here. Pinning ... Like, literally, person messages for the first time, ... I'm like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean? And then it pins it? Oh, thanks, Twitch. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to pin the message. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Are you feeling it, Miss Astra? I'm feeling something. You know what? I hate Astra. Me? Do you hate me? Because that's what it feels like, Keith. It feels like you just hate me. They're finally making movies no one wants to pirate. Shouldn't they all be Greek? Yeah, that's what I would have thought. I don't know, it just pissed me off. Like, if you're gonna take a historical story even and just, like, make it a dog shit. That's why I hate Apocalypto in, like, most Mel Gibson movies. I hate Mel Gibson, dude. He makes the shittiest fucking movies. Like, everybody loves fucking, everybody gets mad at me when I say I don't like Apocalypto or, the fucking Scottish one. I forget what it was called. The fucking, everybody, like, gets on me when I fucking say I don't like Mel Gibson. But he fucking sucks, dude. He takes historical events and makes them into fiction. Braveheart, yeah. It's just like Braveheart is so historically inaccurate in so many ways that it just pisses me off. Same with Apocalypto. It's literally like the most historically inaccurate movie ever. Like, you know that, you remember that, like, Abe Lincoln vampire movie? Where it was like, Abe Lincoln has to go hunt vampires? Apocalypto is about as historically accurate as that movie. The Patriot? The Patriot's also inaccurate. I haven't seen The Patriot, though, so I can't speak to that one. Didn't think the reverse happened, so it was like whitewashing. Didn't you think the reverse happened, though? Like whitewashing? It happened historically, and I disagree with that, too. If you're gonna take someone who's historically one race and swap them to another race, I think that's bad no matter what race it started as. I don't think it matters. I think historical whitewashing in, like, the 50s and 60s was shitty, right? I understand why they did it, and it doesn't make it, like, better. But I also don't think, like, changing the race of a character just for, like, inclusion reasons is good. I think that's a dumb reason to do it. Like, it shouldn't have anything to do with inclusion or being like, oh, I feel included now. It's like if there was a movie that had not a single white person in it, I wouldn't not feel included. If it was historic, like, if it was about the Zulu or some shit, that'd be cool. Like, I would watch that movie and it would be interesting because the Zulu Kingdom is interesting and it has... You could easily make a movie about the Zulu Kingdom, right? That's fucking cool. There's history there. There's real history that's really interesting. And if you whitewash the characters, I would be pissed. Because that's dumb. Right? It's fucking dumb. I want historically accurate shit, man. Give me historical accuracy. Not fucking pandering to bullshit. It's fucking annoying, man. I'm guessing that history is one of your special interests. It is. I like history, man. I like history, and I like when history is done correctly. Speaking of Zulu, Battle of Rorke's Drift, they literally made a movie about that. And it's actually a fucking great, fantastic movie. It's literally a fantastic movie. I love that movie. And honestly, I think the Zulu Kingdom as a whole was super interesting. There's a super interesting story to tell. I mean, even that movie in of itself doesn't really get... tell the full story of just how interesting the Zulu were as a kingdom. And, like, the whole story about the Battle of Rorke's Drift, and how they weren't even supposed to attack Rorke's Drift. They just did it anyway, because they were like, oh, we can take these fuckers. And then they had to, like, spoilers, they had to, like, respect the guys at Rorke's Drift for holding off the onslaught, and the king of the Zulus was like, mad respect to these guys. Like, it is interesting, chat. It's interesting. It's fucking interesting. But, like, you don't need to fucking put diversity in every movie to make it interesting. It's annoying, man. But what if we took this historical character and made them a different race? Because inclusion. It was dumb when John Wayne played Genghis Khan, and that it was dumb when Lupita Nyong'o played Helen of Troy. Yeah. I just think, I think generally speaking, anytime you, like, have somebody, like, there's a movie I'm thinking of that did this. Like, there was a movie, what was it called? There's a movie that was, like, from the 60s. I don't even remember what it was called. It was, like, a comedy movie where this white guy played an Indian who was, like, at a fancy house party. It's actually a really funny movie, but that's one of those instances where it's like, you could have used a real Indian for this. You don't, why do we need to put some guy in Indian face? That seems a little insensitive. But, like, I just like historical accuracy, chat. Bending historical events just so that people don't get offended is dumb. For your movie to be considered the best, you have to have a certain percentage of minority actors and cast on the crew, including main actors. I think that's just bad. I think that's, you're ruining your movie. Like, in 100 years, like, the Battle of, like, Zulu, the movie from the 1950s, will still be a good movie, and it will still hold up. I think any movie that prioritizes, like, cast diversity is gonna not hold up in a long time, because we won't care about that. In 100 years, no one's gonna give a shit about how diverse your cast was. Like, no one cares. It doesn't make the movie better. It just makes the fucking people at the Oscars happy. And it's just, like, the only reason to do it is because you get fucking... You won't get nominated for the Oscars unless you have a certain percentage of, like, diversity in your cast. And it's just dumb. It's just dumb. I have no problem with having, like... having diversity in your cast, especially in a fictional movie where you're not actually doing anything historical. I don't mind having, like, diversity in the cast. It's just when you're doing historical shit. It's like it's like when you're making a movie about the ancient Maya, and then at the end of the movie, you have the fucking Aztec or the fucking the Spanish show up. Like, you're making a movie about the ancient Maya, who were gone hundreds of years before Columbus ever came over to the New World, right? Hundreds of years before this. Like, the Maya never saw the Spanish. But you're making a movie about the Spanish, or about the Maya, and at the end of the fucking movie, the fucking Spanish show up. It pisses me off, chat. It fucking pisses me off. I fucking hate it. Fucking hate it. Fuck this, gonna go to work, take a fat shitbag nap on company time. Alright. See ya, reindeers. For your movie, oh yeah. The Party, starring Peter Sellers, the white guy. Oh yeah, honestly, that movie is pretty funny though. I like that movie. Birdie num-nums. Even better, let's stop doing biopics and make something original. Just a movie on the artistic merit, not some refuse quota bullshit meta cringe, right? Guess Astra hates Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter movie. I don't hate that because it's not trying to be historically accurate, right? And a movie like Apocalypto is trying to be historically accurate. They literally, like, marketed the movie as being historically accurate because they used, like, some of the actors and some of the languages they spoke. They made a big deal about it. Like, look at, we got the last few people who know this language to help teach it to us so that we can actually have the people in the movie speak real Mayan. And that's cool. That's great. That's cool. It's just everything else. It's like the only historically accurate thing they did. And it's when you're trying to portray your movie as, like, a historically accurate movie and then you make it completely inaccurate, that's what I have a problem with. Like, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, at least you know from the get-go that it's not historically accurate. But Apocalypto is genuinely probably as historically accurate as Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. And it's like, if it was marketing itself as that, that's one thing, but it's not. And there's a lot of people who think that, like, the story of Braveheart and the story of Apocalypto happened that way. And that's a real historically accurate movie. Most people don't know how inaccurate those movies are. How about alternate history movies? Well, that's different. If it's an alternate history movie, I generally don't care. But as long as you're not marketing it as being historically accurate. If you're marketing it as, like, not historically accurate or as specifically historically inaccurate, like an alternate history movie would be, I'm okay with that. Like, do whatever you want in alternate history, but market it as that. Let people know before you watch the movie that this is not a historically accurate rendition of events. Because when you take a movie like Apocalypto, people think that that's historically accurate. People do. People watch it and they think, wow, that's interesting. That must have been how the ancient Maya were. It's not. It's just dumb. It's fucking dumb. I think in the case of Odyssey, it could have been seen as purposely rage bait, just like Oppenheimer. Did Oppenheimer have purpose rage bait? Was Oppenheimer, like, did that have any rage bait? I don't know. It just, like... Tropic Thunder is 100% accurate. Tropic Thunder is 100% accurate, and I won't hear anything else. So is Zoolander. I love Ben Stiller, man. Ben Stiller makes some stinkers sometimes, but sometimes he makes some gems. I don't know. It's like, maybe it is a good movie. It's just like, I hate that pandering. Like, it's such a blatant, like, pandering to people, and it's like you're pandering to specific people who don't care about history, who don't care about the movie, and just want to see, like, pandering happen, and it's just, ugh. It's like the South Park bit with, like, entering the Pandaverse, right? We must pander to everybody. I don't know. I guess I shouldn't judge Odyssey before I see it, but I'm probably not gonna watch it, honestly. I don't really have any reason or any desire to watch a movie like that. Like, if it was a historically accurate movie, or if it had, or if it was not even necessarily historically accurate, but if it just respected the history a little bit more, then I would be okay with it, but I just can't. Confirmed Astra hates pandas. I killed one. I killed a panda. He's in the fucking woods wearing the panda's head as like a hat. I fucking love Ben Stiller, man. Ben Stiller's Tropic Thunder might be one of my favorite movies, chat. I love that movie. I don't even know how you can make a movie that has blatant blackface in it and have it be socially accepted. It's like, I love how you could take an A-list actor, put them in blackface, and then it just, no one gives a shit. It's so good. I love that movie. I think pandering is fine if it's the creator's artistic freedom. I think that pandering, you're allowed to make whatever you want as a creator, but just because you create something doesn't mean that other people have to like it, and it doesn't make it a good movie. Just because you're pandering, just because the creator thought, well, I want to pander here, does not make it a good movie otherwise, you know what I mean? I feel like the movie could have been better if they didn't, and it's like, I probably would have enjoyed it had they not. But because if the director and the creator is willing to make that decision and say, like, yeah, we're just gonna do it anyway, then I just say, okay, I'm just not gonna watch it. I'm just not gonna watch it. Like, like, there's no point. You're just blatantly, like, I think pandering when it's in a TV show or in a piece of media is so cringy, and it's so blatant, and it's so annoying that I'm just like, I'd rather, like, I don't care where the pandering is. I don't care if it's, like, I don't care if you inject, like, a trans person into something. I don't care. I don't feel represented. Like, let's say you had, like, an Amelia Earhart movie, and they made it a movie about Amelia Earhart, and instead of using, like, someone who looked like Amelia Earhart, they used a trans woman because inclusion. I would not watch that movie. That pisses me off, just the same way. Like, yeah, but it's including me. I should feel included. I don't. I think it's stupid. I don't like it. Fuck your own face, Tom Cruise, probably. It was truly a modern day version of Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is like, my favorite movies, like my top 3 favorite movies are probably Fitzcarraldo at number 1, probably Blazing Saddles at number 2, and probably Tropic Thunder at number 3. Tropic Thunder might be number 2. It's close cut between Tropic Thunder and Blazing Saddles. That's a close one. But they're both right there. They did it? Wasn't it Matt Damon playing Amelia Earhart? They would totally do that. Don't give them ideas. I just, like, honestly, that's just the same thing. I just think that anytime you do pandering, you're sacrificing the artistic vision to pander. It just sucks. Man, it just sucks. It just fucking sucks, dude. The real problem is how dishonest they are when they want to include marginalized people for marketing purposes. Yeah, I know. It's just annoying. It's just disingenuous. It's just, I feel like it doesn't benefit anybody. I don't feel included. As somebody in the LGBT community, I don't want LGBT representation in my movies unless it specifically calls for it, unless it makes sense in the story. If it makes sense in the context of the story and the movie, then I'm fine with it. But if it doesn't make sense and you're forcing it to happen just to include somebody, I think that's I think it's a bad reason. Like Fitzcarraldo. Fitzcarraldo is insane, and it has to be my favorite movie of all time, just because of how insane it is. Take a movie like The Odyssey from Christopher Nolan that has pandering, and it's so sensitive that it has to pander to everybody and be a gay little movie. Compare that to the Giga Chad movie of Fitzcarraldo. What you want? There's this historical. Okay, there's this historical event. You know, I will say this, chat. Fitzcarraldo is an example of a historically inaccurate movie that I can fuck with. Number one, because it's not portraying itself as a historically accurate movie. And number two, because the historical event the movie is based off of is not as intense as the real movie, right? Chat, let me give you some context for the movie that is Fitzcarraldo. In Peru, in like the 1880s or something like that, a long time ago in Peru, they in the Amazon rivers in like the western part of Peru. There's a bunch of Amazonian rivers, and they're all really hard to navigate. There's a bunch of natives that will literally kill you if you try to navigate it. It's awful. And there was this oil baron who, I guess he wasn't an oil baron, he was a rubber baron. So in Peru, the hot ticket items were rubber trees, because you can get rubber from them. And so he was getting, you had all these rubber tree people who would like harvest the rubber from the trees, and they would put them on canal boats and bring them back down the canal. And so this one guy, and these rivers do all these windy bits, and there's one windy bit where two rivers come really close together, but there's like a mountain in between, like a small mountain in between, right? And so what he did is he took the ship like apart piece by piece and rebuilt it on the other side of that mountain. It's a crazy story. That guy who did that is still is still a relevant figure in modern Peruvian politics. It's like he instilled controversy in Peru that still stands today. It's an interesting story. But what Werner Herzog did, instead of just recreating the movie like that, instead of just doing that, instead of using CGI, he took a boat, which is bigger than the boat that was actually used in real life. It was a bigger boat. He took that boat, and he fucking drug it over a mountain. He didn't use CGI. He didn't take a model boat and draw it over the mountain. He didn't use a fake boat. He took a real fucking boat. He took a real goddamn boat, and he drug it over a fucking mountain. Literally, in real life, he did that. Not as a trick he did that in the movie. So in the movie, when you're seeing this fucking boat be hoisted over this mountain, it's a real story. Like, it really happened. They actually did that. They legit, like, let me show you this, chat. Oh, fuck, I almost dropped my keyboard. Let me show you a fucking screenshot from this movie. It is ridiculous. Fitzcarraldo. Such a good movie, dude. It's such a good movie. First indigenous labor. Yeah, they did pay them though. They paid the guys pretty well, but I think like someone might have died in the filming. It was a whole fucking scene. But honestly, holy shit. Holy shit, it's so fucking good, dude. I love it. Look at this chat. Look at this fucking shit. It's like a 5-ton steamer that they are dragging over a goddamn mountain. Like, that's a whole ass boat. That's a real ass boat they're lifting up. It's not a model. They legitimately fucking did that. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's such a good movie. Chat, you know it's a good movie when books have been written about the making of the movie, and then books were written about those books. Or it's like they made a movie about a book about the movie, or some shit like that. It was crazy. For comedies, my favorite are Tropic Thunder, Mystery Men, Galaxy Quest, Young Frankenstein. I forgot American History. Mystery Men is good. I love Mystery Men. Klaus Kinski is my favorite sane actor. I don't know if he's sane. Klaus Kinski is... I wouldn't describe him as a sane person, but yeah, he is one of my favorite actors. I do love him. The movie's actually pretty cool. They actually hauled a boat over a mountain. Yeah. He's super sane, like constantly yelling on set. Werner Herzog is the GOAT, dude. He is. And look at these penguins. These penguins are going to the mountain and they will never return. You know, that guy ate a shoe one time. Werner Herzog literally ate a leather boot because he was dared to. Ben Stiller's character being completely useless during the whole movie pisses me off so fucking bad. I love that movie, dude. Fit check. I'll do a fit check in a second. I have to do a spin too, so I'll do a fit check and then a spin. But I'll probably wait a second. Moogie's probably not gonna move, so I'll just do it in a second. But you check out Sorcerer if you like Fitzgeraldo. Is that another Herzog film? Ooh. Toughest, most relentless American film in a long time. By William Friedrich. Friedrichen. Oh, I'll check that out. I heard the spin to distract you from chat bullying you. I appreciate the effort, Cherries. Overlord has staked her claim on the chair. She really has. Chat, I'm so fucking hungry, man. I wonder if I should go get McDonald's. I might go get McDonald's, man. I might do it. I might do it, chat. I don't know, though. I might. Kind of makes me think of Jeremiah Johnson. How do you go through like a drive-through on a motorcycle, chat? How do you even do that? I missed a few episodes. Did any more Burning Man fits come? Not really, no. I think they're gonna be a while. I think it's gonna be like August, mid-August before the outfits get here. Old movie, but a good one. Astra puts the hung and hungry. Did the white hat come yet? I don't know. Apparently it did, but if it's at the P.O. box, I haven't gone to the P.O. box yet. It's hard for me to go to the P.O. box, chat. It's really hard for me to get to the P.O. box. Because the P.O. box is... again, motorcycle life is tricky. I just need to go over there and try to get it. It's a pretty simple question. Is where do you put your shit? But there are many solutions that just ruin the motorcycle experience. I know. Pick up some Snickers when you're hungry on stream. The P.O. box is like way over there, and it's hot, chat. It's more so like, I just don't know if I can, I hate not knowing if I can fit all of the packages on my bike. It's really annoying. Like, honestly, once I do finish the CM400, it'll be easier, because I'll have those bigger panniers that I can actually, like, have and store shit in. So it'll probably be easier once I finish the CM400, but... I have to finish the CM400 first. Hello, monkey. Sponsorship unlocked? Did I wish? Episode Astra's playing Mountain Dew spokeswoman. I wish I could have a Mountain Dew sponsorship, man. I wish. I wish. I fucking wish. Hi, Moogie. Alright. I'll do a fit check. You're locked in. Just just a simple fit tonight, chat. Nothing special. Hi, Moogie. She's taking up more of the chair now that I left for a second. Simple but decent fit. Just send her Mountain Dew, PepsiCo, she'll work for food. I only need Mountain Dew. I could survive off of only eating Mountain Dew. Cuter than red crop top and those gray shorts. Is it? I think that's cuter. I think that's. I like the red crop top. Don't sit on our beloved overlord. No, don't sit on the movie. All right, chat. Well, I am hungry, so I'm gonna try to go find some food. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna make yet. If I'm gonna, I might go to McDonald's, cause reindeers. I think reindeers got mad at me at the end there, so sorry reindeers. But I did get some money from McDonald's, so maybe I'll do that. Only Mountain Dew rip kidneys. Maybe I'll go to McDonald's. It might be worth it, cause then I'll just go and yeah. Be nice to get on the motorcycle. I just don't like driving the motorcycle. I just try to drive it as little as possible just because it's like kind of fucked up. But I'll be alright. Have a good night. Alright, anyway, thank you everybody for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow. Most likely. I am gonna dip. But I will be live again tomorrow. Thank you everybody for watching. Goodbye!